Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Psychedelic Insights. Today, I'm just going to do a quick video covering some catalysts coming up for Mindmed. I think it's going to be a potentially very big year for the company, big readouts coming up. We haven't made a video on the Psychedelic Insights account covering Mindmed, and it's one of the biggest companies in the space, so it's about time we do that right now. And I'm not personally an investor in Mindmed. I personally cut losses with the company when they got rid of 18MC. Just a personal decision I made, not financial advice. But even though I'm not an investor anymore, in terms of psychedelic medicine, these are big trials, and it could have been a really bad decision for me to actually cut losses with this company. Time will tell. But investing aside, just psychedelic medicine, this is really interesting stuff that we're going to see. A large phase 2B trial with MM120, the company's LSD, looking at generalized anxiety disorder. That should be out. I think the results are supposed to be out in Q4. And let's see, phase 2A, they reported that 65% of participants who received LSD, 65% of them experienced a 30% or more reduction in anxiety symptoms. So that's pretty awesome. I do think they had one person experience an adverse event around transient anxiety, and they did need, I believe, some medication to help maybe calm down the person. But with these trials, it's to be expected that there's going to be some people who don't react well. It's important that more data is gathered in these trials to figure out who is and who is not a good fit for psychedelic medicine. But I mean, these results are it could be huge for Mindmed, huge for the sector. I'm really excited for them. But what I'm most excited about, guys, honestly, I've been waiting for these results for a long time. So MM120 and ADHD, they are not calling it microdosing. They're calling it low doses of LSD. They're looking at 20 micrograms in a double-blind, placebo-controlled study, multi-center. This is the reason this is so exciting, guys, is because there's been so much anecdotal reports about people experiencing that people are able to concentrate better when they microdose. That's what they're reporting. Now, the question is whether that's the placebo effect or not. I believe this is the first controlled trial where we're going to be able to see does this outperform placebo when it comes to concentration. Now, they're calling it low dose. I got to be honest, guys, 20 micrograms. From the people I've talked to, it seems that is on the high end of microdosing. Like, that's a pretty high dose for a microdose. I'm wondering if that's 100% sub-perceptual, or if some people will be able to tell that they have actually taken it. So that's something to look out for. I mean, as someone myself who still to this day struggles with ADHD, I'm glad to have improved in that area. But just to see that there's new treatment options that are being developed, especially with psychedelics involved, really interesting. Just really interesting. Now, my questions are, if this does work, would the FDA be okay with someone taking home, a bottle of LSD? Who knows? Maybe I've been discussing with people, maybe it would be that the pill bottle only dispenses somehow a dose every 3 days or something like that. Either way, guys, this is just really exciting stuff. I don't know. To be honest, I have no expectations. I'm like really 50-50 on if these results are going to be good or not. There's just huge debates online. Like, you have people who swear by microdosing, then other people will be like, dude, it's just a placebo effect. So it's going to be really cool to see if it works for adult ADHD. These two trials are huge, guys. They're huge and exciting. Now, the last one, this is cool because Mindmed is they're the only company doing this with it's MM402. It's basically, what I understand, it's R-MDMA, the R enantiomer. and what I'm with RMDMA, what I believe there are potentially less stimulant-like effects. It doesn't cause blood pressure to go up as much. Other than that, I don't know too much about RMDMA, but I do know that Mindmed is the only company looking at RMDMA for autism spectrum disorder, at least in the for-profit companies. I know MAPS was looking at MDMA for autism spectrum disorder in the past. Maybe they're still looking for it. My guess is they're using all of their, their money for scaling out, planning to scale out MDMA therapy and train therapists and stuff like that. It's going to be a long road ahead. But this is really interesting, and I can't say I know much about studies looking at MDMA for autism spectrum disorder. Now, what they're looking at specifically is, I believe they're trying to see if they can improve social functioning and social anxiety, which is something that some people on the spectrum struggle with. So, I mean, this is really innovative stuff. I'm excited for these results, even though I'm not invested, and I used to be. I'll just be straight up, guys. I lost a lot of money on Mindmed. I did. I cut losses, moved money elsewhere. I was very, very upset when they shelved 18MC. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. But listen, they're not out of the race. They're a big company. They're doing real deal science. I'm looking forward to these results, and hopefully we could get Robert Barrow on the channel. And also, I would like to get Elmer Piros back on the channel, stock analyst at EF Hutton. When these results come out, I'd love for him to put more context around them. But with that being said, guys, it's been a tough year for Mindmed in terms of, like all these companies, their stocks are getting destroyed. It's painful. I'm with you on this. I'm invested in the sector. It's extremely painful. It seems that more data every day is showing that these drugs have immense amount of promise. And it's frustrating. So hopefully these results get some attention from Mindmed. The last thing I didn't mention, they do have an exclusive licensing agreement with Catalent for their MM120. With an orally disintegrating tablet. I believe that Mindmed thinks that with this delivery system, it will require less time in the clinic because it'll take less time for the drug to take effect, is my understanding. But all right, guys, with that being said, just wanted to give a quick update on Mindmed. This is a big year. I'm looking forward to these results coming out. And with that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful day.